Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to learn about dropout in deep learning. So let's get started. When the neural networks become very powerful, they can easily memorize the training data. This leads to an overfitting, where the model performs well on training data but poorly on new unseen data. One of the most effective techniques to prevent overfitting is dropout. Dropout is very simple and widely used in modern deep learning architectures. What is dropout? Dropout is a regularization method in which some random neurons are temporarily deactivated during training. This helps the model become more robust and less likely to memorize the training data. For example, imagine as a team of students solving a problem. If the same few students repeatedly answer, the other students do not learn much. Dropout changes that by randomly removing some students in the earlier participation. Hence, everyone has to participate. Technically, dropout sets a fraction of neuron outputs to 0 during training. Why the name dropout? It is because neurons are randomly dropped out from the network during the training process. For example, the neurons before dropout looks like this, whereas the neurons after dropout looks like this. Here, the green circle, it indicates the active neuron, whereas the cross indicates the dropped neurons. Now, let's see deep learning network before and after dropout. Before dropout, the model looks like this. Here, all the neurons are active, that is, every neuron participates in learning. Whereas, after dropout, the model looks like this. Here, some neurons are randomly removed and the dropped neurons do not contribute during the training step. Why dropout is needed? Dropout is needed because deep networks with many parameters can easily memorize the training data, that is overfitting. Dropout reduces memorization ability by randomly dropping neurons. Dropout encourages the model to learn more general patterns that work well with unseen data. So due to this reason, dropout is needed. How does dropout work? Step 1 is to build a neural network. Step 2 is to choose dropout rate. For example, if the dropout rate equals to 0.5, that means 50% of neurons will be randomly removed during each training iteration, and the 50% of neurons remain active. Step 3 is to randomly disable neurons. Step 4 is to perform forward propagation, that is, only active neurons can participate. Step 5 is to perform back propagation. Here, only active neurons receive gradient updates, whereas the dropped neurons receive no gradients and no weight updates. Step 6 is to repeat all the process. That means in the next iteration, a completely different set of neurons may be dropped. And during the testing period, dropout is turned off and the full network is used for the prediction. That is why training becomes more robust. Types of dropout. Here are the main types of dropout used in deep learning. Standard dropout. It randomly drops individual neurons during training. It is mostly widely used dropout technique. Spatial dropout. It drops entire feature maps rather than the individual neurons. They are often used in the convolutional neural networks. Dropped connect. It randomly drops weights instead of dropping neurons. Alpha dropout. It is designed for cellular networks to preserve self-normalizing properties. So these are some of the types of dropout. Applications. Dropout is widely used in natural language processing, such as in language models, text classification, sentiment analysis, and so on. It is used in image classification, such as like recognizing cat versus dog, face recognition, medical imaging, and likewise. Dropout are used in speech recognition, which improves generalization. It is used in recommendation systems by the platforms like streaming services, e-commerce systems, and so on. It is also used in deep neural networks. Almost every deep learning model uses some form of dropout. Hence, these are some of the applications of dropout. Advantages of dropout. It reduces overfitting. Hence, it is the most important benefit. It is simple to implement. That is, it requires only one extra layer. It improves generalization. Hence, it performs better on unseen data. It prevents co-adaptation. Here, neurons learn independently. It is computationally efficient as it has very little overhead. So these are some of the advantages of Dropout. Disadvantages of Dropout. Slower training. It can slow down training because the network learns with random neuron removal. It can cause underfitting, as too much dropout can cause underfitting. It is not suitable for small datasets. That means it may not help very much in very small model or when the dropout rate is poorly chosen. Therefore, these are some of the disadvantages of dropout. Okay, this is all for the dropout. We understand that dropout is a regularization technique used to reduce overfitting in deep learning. It randomly deactivates neurons during training. Dropped neurons do not participate in forward propagation, backward propagation, or weight updates. Every training iteration effectively creates a different neural network. During testing, dropout is disabled and all the neurons are active. Different types of dropout are used in different models like CNN and RNNs. Dropout improves model robustness and generalization. Okay, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you do, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. I'll come with another video next week. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.